Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, this is BestInSlot and we are back with a little bit more Zoo Tycoon 2, and this is the inaugural episode of a brand new zoo. We're going to make something I've been wanting to make on our Zoo Tycoon 2 series for a very long time. We're going to make a fully fledged aquarium. Now you can see I've done a little bit of work, and you know what, whilst I'm showing you this in the video, I've just got to say, I recorded this earlier. My recording program swapped to the mics around, so I kind of recorded this and then lost the sound. Unfortunately, because I built the exhibit and then saved it, I can't exactly go back and redo it, and I really needed to talk to you guys. So I'm going to talk during this entire video, and we'll build an exhibit at the same time. We're going to build an otter exhibit today, but there's a few things I need to talk to you about whilst we go through this video. First things first, as I'll show you in a second, hopefully if I've remembered correctly, the aquarium needs a name. So far the aquarium is called, you're about to see it right now, the aquarium is called the Aquarium. That's not a good name for an aquarium. I don't think I would go to an aquarium called the Aquarium. Maybe I would. Maybe I'm undervaluing how much I like aquariums. But for example, the aquarium that I love most is called Blue Planet. That's a cool name. I just want a cool name for the aquarium, so I'm leaving it up to you guys. Whoever gets the top rated comment that is a name, I will call the aquarium that. Doesn't matter what it's called. Doesn't matter what your suggestion is. It could be I love bums aquarium, and I would call it that because you upvoted that. I am a democracy, if nothing else, on our Zoo Tycoon 2 playthroughs. Speaking of which, the second major talking point for today's video is basically we need some ideas. What do we do? I've downloaded a load of mods. If you go into the description, you can see my Google Docs file. I've updated it massively with all the stuff I've downloaded. Kind of just focused on aquatic stuff for now, and some reptiles and amphibians, so we can do a reptile house at some point in the zoo, because aquariums always have reptile houses for some reason. Probably because a lot of reptiles are like crocodiles and sea snakes and blah blah blah. And frogs. You know, it's kind of aquatic. Anyways, so you can check that mod list down below. If there's any other creatures that aren't on Zoo Tycoon 2 Roundtable in either the packs or animals download section, feel free to recommend those as well. Just throw me a link down below in the description and in the comments. I will go read everything. And if you have a particular exhibit you want to see, or more importantly, like a themed section, I want like little areas like themed around certain things. I'm just gonna mess around with fences for the next like 5 minutes, so bear with me. So any like themed areas you want to see would be really cool. I'm thinking I want to try to get a shark tunnel again, but if not, we're going to do like a shark area, obviously. I want to do like one of those areas where you'd put your hand in the pool and pet the rays and stuff. I'd like to do a big indoors area as well. A lot of the smaller tanks for like individual fish, like you'd have in an aquarium, like lit up individual tanks, they would be indoors. I'd really like to try and do that as well. We don't have tons of room. This is a medium zoo. I find that when we've got a smaller zoo, we kind of play a little better. You know, we design a little better because we've got that constraint. And honestly, the zoo is actually still pretty bloody ginormous. I don't think it'll be a problem. God, I hope it's not going to be a problem. We'll make it work. I do have a blue whale installed. I feel the zoo may be a little bit small for that. And I am avoiding, for now, extinct creatures. This is going to be a zoo like you would actually find in the real world, you know, so no plesiosaurs or ichthyosaurus or mosasaurus, all that kind of jazz. We'll definitely do that in the future. Maybe we could do an aquatic, like ancient seas aquarium kind of thing, and it's all themed around dead stuff. That'd be just corpses everywhere. That'd be really cool. Maybe that's something we can come back to in our next project. But for now, I just want to build like a proper old school aquarium. And like I said, we're going to kick things off with the otter, because the otter doesn't maybe necessarily fit into a theme that well. I wanted a nice, simple exhibit that we could have right by the entrance. You know, you're walking into the zoo, maybe you think you're lost, maybe you think it's not a zoo, maybe you think it's a brothel or something, and then you see an otter and you're like, right, there's an otter, it's probably not a brothel. Because otherwise it's very easy to get those two confused. So that is the purpose of the otters. It's the introductory creature. You'll have noticed whenever we play Zoo Tycoon 2, I pretty much always do this. Because I think it's something that zoos do quite often as well. Again, I'm thinking about like Chester Zoo. You walk in and pretty much the first thing you see is an elephant. Again, unlikely to be found in a brothel. If it was, I think it would be less popular. Whatever, shouldn't be talking about brothels. I'm a PG-13 channel. You can talk about brothels on a PG-13 channel, right? Because they show worse than that in a PG-13 film than the word brothel. So that's fine. It's fine. Anyways, otters made a lot of sense. So we're going to do a little sea otter exhibit because I like the little white heads. They're adorable. The other otter kind of looks like a ferret that's had its back stepped on and then put back into place, but not done properly. So it looks a little bit weird and janky. So we're going to avoid that. And we're going to focus on the sea otters. And they're adorable. They've got like white heads and like they've dipped their head into plaster and they're adorable. They're really cute. So it's a nice introductory exhibit. It is much harder to talk when you're not playing the game. It's like, I don't actually know what to say at some point. I can't sit and think, what kind of texture, this is what we'll use. Yes, I'm going to put some sand down here, because I know I'm going to put sand down here. I've already done it. This is me 20 minutes ago. I have come from the future to tell you, BestInSlot, that you're not going to do that. Then you're going to mess around with a small brush, and you're going to decide to put little things. I did think about doing, I actually googled otter exhibits. I'm going to take a lot of inspiration from real life stuff for this one. A lot of otter exhibits have that thing where it's like half tank, half normal exhibit, so you can see underwater and see the otters frolicking and mating. And do otters mate underwater? Probably not, right? Well, some might. I say sea otters might do. Probably not, right? It would just go everywhere. Anyways, I mean, well, some things have to mate. Let's get off the mating underwater. You know what? I could actually check. I could actually check while doing this video. I think it still records if I tab out. I can hear it going, so I assume it does. Yes, it does, right. So while that's going on, I'm going to go sea otters mating. I don't really want a video, I just want to know. Sea otters are polygynous. Males have multiple female partners. There you go. Mating takes place... This is good, actually. I actually like this. I can give you, like, little factoids about the animal. Mating takes place in the water and can be rough. It's just how she likes it. The male biting the female on the muzzle, which often leaves scars on the nose, and sometimes holding her head underwater. Having tried that, I don't recommend it. Ah, there's only like 2,000 otters left. It's a bit sad, isn't it? Anyways. Oh, it lagged out there. Oh, hope it's okay. I was going to do that, so it's like half tank, so you can kind of see into the tank, but I figured in an aquarium-based zoo, stop saying the word zoo, in an aquarium, that's going to happen all the time. Like, we're going to have a penguin exhibit in like a little Arctic bit. That will probably have it, because penguins always do. Maybe we could have a whole area that's themed around look underwater. It doesn't sound like a good theme, but you think you have like penguins and polar bears and seals and dolphins maybe. Well, no, it doesn't work with dolphins. But exhibits where you can see onto land and you see underwater. It's going to be a very popular theme, understandably, because it is in all aquariums. So I didn't want the first exhibit to bang right away do it. You know, I figured it makes more sense to space it out a little bit across time. I'm trying to think of the very witty and funny things I said while making the video, and I can't remember. I actually thought it was a really entertaining video, so I'm a little bit annoyed. Look at that though, what's that brush doing? That's a frickin' mess, son. Sort it out. I thought it was a really good video, so I was really annoyed. My program keeps doing... I know exactly what happened. I plugged in my webcam for the first time the other day, and that tends to mess around with the settings, and I thought to myself, as I did it, don't forget to check your recording program, because it's going to change your default mic. And I muted the mic for some reason. I can't even remember what that was. And of course, it changed the program, and I didn't think to check, so I went and recorded like 4 hours of content on various things and lost all of it. Because I can't do this for every video. Tycoon 2 is about the only game I'd get away with this on. I'm now going to put rocks down for a very long time. Just a warning. I was looking at exhibits online. I really like the idea of like a little waterfall at the back of it. Obviously we can't quite do that because the exhibit's just not built for it. I'd really like a waterfall model, like a rock waterfall that you can stick in. There's something like that, like a little pool garden one, but it's not quite the same thing. Any hoozle. Can you hear my chair? It's very squeaky. Hopefully not. Anyways, so we were gonna go for that, but didn't. I just kind of wanted to make like a little Caribbean beach kind of theme going on. You know, get some palm trees, get some nice big rocks at the back. Kind of make it not feel too much like an exhibit when you view it from the front. And like the majority of otter exhibits I looked like, look at that, that's a terrible rock. The majority of otter exhibits I looked at, not looked like. I've never been told I look like an otter exhibit. I've been told that I look like that dude from Primeval, from you guys, about 5,000 times. And I don't. I just don't look like the dude. The only reason anybody says I look like him is because he's got dark hair, he's got facial hair, and he's called Connor, just like me. He doesn't even spell his name the same way he spells. Stop lagging. Hopefully you caught that rant, because it was very important. I don't look like, I think his name's Temple. I don't look like Connor Temple. Right, moving on. I also used to get Jack Black. That doesn't really count as much either, but that's when my hair was longer and all that kind of jazz. Yeah. How did I even get onto this topic? I actually can't remember at all. I've completely lost my train of thought. I'm going to have some Lil. Bear with me. Delicious. Okay. Anyways, lots of rocks everywhere. Rocks, rocks, rocks. You know my love for rocks. Oh, yes, that's what I wanted to talk about. I mentioned this in a video as well. I mentioned in the last video that we did Zoo Tycoon 2, our little sloth exhibit. Just in case there's any confusion, by the way, that was Aurora Design Zoo. That was really only meant to be one episode. I just kind of wanted to show you guys some of the stuff from the new complete collection. It wasn't really meant to be like a brand new design zoo or anything. That's why we made 4 basic exhibits really quickly. This one is more long developed thing. How nice are these trees, by the way? That's a beautiful tree. I love those trees. They're like my favourite trees in the game. I don't even know what they're from. But you can find out in the link down below in the description. Anyways. I kind of regret letting you guys choose the name of the zoo. Whatever. Oh god, what was I saying again? Yes, I mentioned that Combi Patch wasn't working. That Combi Patch is the best mod in the game. If you are going to build a zoo, the one mod I would recommend over every single other mod in the game is Combi Patch. Because what Combi Patch lets you do is what I've done with the rocks here and the plants there, is stack them on top of each other. And it just lets you make the zoos you can make just become exponentially better looking. You can do so much more with Combi Patch in terms of design than any other mod in the game, in my opinion. So I was getting really frustrated that it wasn't working. And you guys left lots of suggestions, like things like putting a Z in front to reorganize the mod order, all that kind of jazz. And I was thinking about it, I was going to go try that. And then I realized I hadn't installed Combi Patch. Basically, the file was just sitting there in my downloads, so I thought, oh right, it's probably a copy of the one in my Zoo Tycoon 2 folder, but nope, dragged it in, it was empty, wasn't there, there's no Zoo Tycoon 2 Combi Patch file, so basically it won't work if it isn't installed, which is weird, I know, it's freaky, but that is actually how it works. Oh, I felt dumb. But anyways, as you can see, it's working and it's lovely and it's the best thing in the world. So, chucking some food in for our lovely little otters. Then I'm going to add some more rocks, and then delete some rocks, and then add a couple more rocks. I love rocks. I don't know how Zoo Tycoon 2 does this. I've never had an obsession with rocks before. I like rock music. That's about as far as it goes. But Zoo Tycoon 2 makes me want to put rocks absolutely goddamn everywhere. I just wanted to build it like a rocky outcrop, like a little hidden beach, you know, in the mountain, not in the mountains, but a hidden beach behind a rocky outcrop in the Caribbean. And it's this little colony of, I don't know what you'd call it. What is a group of sea otters called? We have to find this out. What is a group of otters called? It is called a bevy, or a family, or a lodge, or a romp, or a raft. I'm going to go with bevy. Bevy's a great word. Also means beverage, as in usually a pint. Like, you want to go for a bevy? I suppose people say you want a bevy for coffee and tea as well. Whatever. Bevy. So this little bevy of otters, or when they're wet, a raft, which sounds like a really bad thing for a raft. I suppose rafts have to get a little bit wet, but only like the bottom of the raft. You don't want to get it all wet, right? I don't know why I did that there. Anyways, it's a little bevy of, I was about to say raptors there. Bloody raft, otters, raptors. Kind of? Raptors? You know what I mean. A little bevy of otters, kind of. Oh yeah, I'm doing a little tour here. Okay, so look, there's cars, and you're just walking through. You're going to go buy a ticket from the rock who works there, because I'm a very open zoo, a very open society. You walk forward, oh, this is nice. Oh my god, otters! I think it's exactly what I said there. You walk forward, and there's this gorgeous little slice of the Caribbean showing you some fancy otters. The exhibit is meant to be fairly basic. Less basic than the Aurora ones, obviously, that we did last week, but more basic than the ones I would hope to do further down the line in the zoo. We're going to spend a bit more time on the actual building work. This was just kind of, you're not in a brothel. We've been through this, we don't need to go through this again. You guys know where I'm coming from. It does take a while for me to actually put the otters in. But we'll get... Oh, there's a problem. You'll see it in a bit, but basically that gap on the left isn't big enough, so it doesn't work. the staff member can't fit through. He loses his head and kind of has like an exorcist attack. And all my guests, my horrible human guests, decide to go the different direction. But I like this idea here. I get rid of the rocks at the back and put a little hidden door in there. And that's where the people come through to feed the otters and rub them or whatever people do to otters. I thought it was a good idea. I feel like I have to talk more when I record videos like this. I really do want to upload this with no sound because it's just not the same. I don't know. I think he couldn't get in there. He does bug out a little bit. I ended up just kind of chucking him in there. Not like into the water and drowning him, but I did put him in there. And then there's a duck, which distracts me for a couple of seconds. Oh, when you watch yourself play, it just feels like I've got like a really bad attention span, just distracted all the time by everything possible, you know? You never really realise when you're playing it. It's only when you look back and watch your stuff. I passed too big, BestInSlot. What are you doing? I think I fix it. I hope I fix it. Yeah, there I go. No problem for me. It's a nice looking little exhibit, right? I'm thinking we could extend the otters out into a theme, sort of, though, and have like a rocky, maybe just like a Caribbean kind of theme, or like not even just Caribbean, but just like a white beaches, sandy beaches, hot weather kind of theme in that lower left section of the zoo, park, aquarium, there we go. In the lower left section, so we'd have those, we'd have some seals, I think, some certain types of seals, maybe like a crab thing. I've got some crabs, we could have like thousands of crabs on the beach. What else loves the beach? Drug addicts like the beach, horny teenagers like the beach, children like the... Let's Google it. Animals that live on the beach. Clams and crabs. Apparently that's it. There's a snake. Turtles! We could do a turtle exhibit. And if you come up to beach centre, plant there. There's a shark. I suspect the shark isn't meant to be on the beach. There's a cow. It's dead. Oh my god, there's a puppy. What's that from? Oh, pets. Did anyone else play pets? It just came up when I was searching. Pets. Oh yeah, look at his head. No, that's all about. That's crazy. It's crazy. He can't fit through there, so I do move the rocks in a second. Oh, pets was so good. It's spelled with Z, because they're zany. There's only... Oh, I only have to kill 2 more minutes. I've done pretty well. So we could do like a turtle exhibit, a sea otter exhibit, and a seal exhibit. All there in the bottom left. And like a little crab thing as well, like a little rock pool. Maybe like a rock pool exhibit. All there in the bottom. All with the same habitat, all with these rocks, kind of linking them all together in a nice little theme area. That might be pretty cool. That might be pretty cool. Like I said, just let me know in the comments down below what you want to see, and I will get on it. What you want to see, eh? What you want to see, otter? Eh? Do you want to see otters? Eh? Eh? Did you see Saw? Of course, I see Saw all the time. And there they are. They're adorable. They're really, really cute. Absolutely adorable. I see them popping their little heads up every now and again. Because I'm a special snowflake, I'm allowed in the exhibit. Checking on these dudes. She is hype about this. She doesn't have a real name. Her last name, I can't even see it because the quality on this preview is so low, but it's trash, that's all I remember. And then here I had a thing about this looking like a murder scene, but with otters. Because there's a bone, and it's like, if you're going to bury a body at the beach, you do it under the tree. That's kind of like a classic thing. Or is that treasure? One or the other. Bodies, treasure, same thing, really. So I'm going to rub a couple of otters, and then we're just going to look at them for a little bit, because they're adorable, right? Adorable. Totes adorbs. So as we wind down, I'm going to remind you guys, you lovely folks at home, what I need from you. We need a name for our aquarium. Oh, that noise. We need a name for our aquarium. And we need just ideas what you guys want to see exhibit-wise. Now, like I said, I've downloaded every single aquatic creature that is on Zoo Tycoon 2 Roundtable, except extinct stuff. So if you see something on there and it's available for download, because about, I'd say, 5 to 10%, the download links don't work just because they're so old. But if it's available, we can make an exhibit with it, basically. If there's anything you want to see from other websites, just link it down below. Don't just tell me, but link it down below. There is a download library Wikia online, which tends to link to loads of stuff as well. I might have a look at that myself, actually. But feel free to just recommend stuff. I will read the comments. Top rated comments, so if you see something you agree with, give it an upvote. More importantly than upvoting other humans, upvote your favourite human, which is me, because I like your face, and I would like your face even more. Not lick your face, although if you give me enough upvotes, maybe I will. I like your face even more if you can hit that like button, because it really helps me out, guys. I'm going to start pushing this just a little bit more in each episode, just right at the end, just to remind people, because it's such an easy thing to forget, but it takes half a second. As you're scrolling down to leave your witty comments or give suggestions about terrible zoo names, hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel and you want to see more Zoo Tycoon 2 stuff and British ramblings, basically, feel free to hit the subscribe button as well. It lasts about 10 more seconds, so I'm just going to ramble. Thank you for joining me. Cheers. Much love. As always. Ready? Ready?